be something, but we've seen them, for a while. If it was Auburn, whatever, that would be exciting too. But Notre Dame just is a different feeling, and we know we have one time and we've got one opportunity, and our kids, you can feel that they know the sense of urgency of playing, like I say, a great Notre Dame team.
A huge story caught everyone by surprise. The star athlete for the Notre Dame football team riveted the nation with his inspiring story of a girlfriend. It turns out that girl apparently never existed.
I got Notre Dame pretty well staked out.
Damn Irish.
I've captured a leprechaun, okay?
Do you think you could kill a leprechaun?
Live from the Busch Light Studios. With Ty Richardson.
I know you're sarcastic.
And Tommy Kraft.
It was hot. It was warm.
And produced by Colton Little. This is The Morning Rush.
So, which is more non-existent? Manti Te'o's ex-girlfriend or the Notre Dame defense? Hey, welcome into a Friday edition of the Morning Rush. Football Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics. We're live at Mock Legal Solutions in Fort Smith. Got 2 hours ahead. I know you're asking. We got Ryder Cup stuff to get to. I know you're disappointed like myself, Rick, and everyone else. DeChambeau started out hot. I'll save that because I do want to get to it because it's going to be obviously going on during our show this morning. But kind of like we've talked about all week, big event, a lot of Notre Dame people in town. I was kind of reading a story yesterday and talking to some of my friends who are making the trek down from the Chicago area. They're really excited to experience Fayetteville for the first time, and I'm excited what we have in store for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, big weekend, and it all begins now. We're live at Mock Legal Solutions. Jackie and Matt are so kind to have us here the day before the Arkansas-Notre Dame game on a Football Friday that's brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, long-term lasting relief instead of planning your day around pain. If you've already started your day and thought about the things you can't do instead of the things you want to do, QC Kinetics can put that behind you. That nagging joint pain is right there when you get out of bed every morning. I can tell you firsthand, they help me with my shoulder, and whether it's your knee, your back, your hip, or your shoulder, QC Kinetics can help you. 479-999-1234 is their number, 999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
B texted in here in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline saying he's really disappointed that Arkansas overlooked Memphis because Notre Dame was on the schedule the next week. And that's definitely a vantage point that I have not heard till this Friday. But it is one that you're hoping for. Again, this line, what did you call it yesterday? A
sucker bet.
Yeah, sucker bet in your opinion. So with as bad as Notre Dame's defense,
which means Arkansas is probably going to win because when the entire public goes one way, generally the result goes the other.
Well, I was going to. Well, that would mean that Arkansas is going to lose because the public money is coming on Arkansas all week long.
But what I'm saying is, well, Notre Dame 3.5 seems like an obvious
easy bet.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Notre Dame and laying the points seems so easy that Arkansas will probably win, or Notre Dame won't cover. That's where I'm coming from, because generally when like 90% of the public goes one way, the result goes the other.
So there's a lot of SEC teams that you dislike because you play them year in, year out. That's changing, obviously, starting in 2026. You'll play Texas, LSU, and Missouri for the next 4 years every year, and then we'll see what happens beyond that. But when you think about, we were kicking this around before the show got started, when you think about college football brands outside of this conference and this league that you dislike, I mean, Notre Dame's at the top of the list despite Arkansas never playing them. Like, what is your least favorite college football team outside of the SEC? Least favorite brand, least favorite fan base, university. The one I had down was Miami.
Yeah,
Miami's really annoying to me. And I know that Cristobal's got a good thing going right now. Carson Beck looks like he's going to be a Heisman contender this season. Obviously, they had some of the best college football teams in the history of the sport with all the draft picks they had, whether it was the early 2000s under Larry Coker. You think obviously about Jimmy Johnson's teams, and I guess Dennis Erickson was the other coach, and there's some other teams here and there, but that's the one that I always point to is just like the egos of that fan base and the player, those players. I feel like they haven't been able to back it up in 20 plus years, but maybe they finally have a team that can do it this year.
Would USC be on that list?
Definitely USC.
I think USC's probably on that list, but Notre Dame's up there. I mean, when you start saying not in the SEC, Texas and OU come immediately off the list. We're used to A&M now. There's really not another, program out there you have a boiling over hate for. So, that's a really good question.
Ohio State for me, fellas.
Ohio State, thank
Boo.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and that's a team you obviously lost to, and you feel like that you shouldn't because they had 5 suspended players that played. You had that game down the stretch. Unfortunately, had that late interception in the Sugar Bowl. That's what Jamie May texted in. Kyle, my old roommate, is a notorious Kansas Jayhawk fan, so he chimes in Kansas State this morning. So there's, again, obviously a lot of hatred has boiled up over the course of Southwest Conference and Southeastern Conference days, but when you think about just teams that people across the board, regardless or not, dislike, it was funny when Texas came in the league. We kind of warned SEC brethren, and it was like, you guys will instantaneously hate this fan base and hate these guys because they're going to expect the world. They think that they're God's gift to man, and I mean Texas, let's make no mistake about it, has been good since they've entered the league, but people were quick to understand why that's the case.
Yeah. So and they'll continue to get an education as they start to rotate their way around the league. Morning Rush live at Mock Legal Solutions. They're licensed in Arkansas and Oklahoma. New office in Sallisaw. In most cases, they have a flat fee, down payments and payment plans that all make sense for you. They're not your normal firm here, and I think you're going to feel that from the moment you walk through the door or give them a call at 479-769-1505. Family law, personal injury, criminal, they can help you with all it. And most importantly, Matt Mock's here. Cement Head is here. So you can come see those guys and gals here today. And if you need legal representation, they can take care of you. Be sure to take the Hit That Line Now out, powered by Taco Bell along with you. Taco Bell's like 2 doors up from right here. You can go by and check out the Cantina Chicken menu. Also, their Lex Cravings boxes, all available now at Taco Bell. And get the Hit That Line Now app in the Apple app or Google Play Store.
So you mentioned the Ryder Cup. It's not going great thus far.
The Ryder Cup, a command of immeasurable challenge. The burden intensifies for the world's number one. The indignity of losing on your own turf. Competing on this international stage. Who will answer its daunting demands?
320 carries no problem for Bryce, and look at that. That's how you get the crowd going.
I just got one thing to say. God bless our troops. God bless America.
It's time for the opening drive.
Well, they started, and then they sputtered. So DeChambeau comes out. Him and Thomas, they go one up because he nearly drives the green on hole 1.
Right.
And
dog
now,
leg right, cut the corner.
And now the Rahm and Hadner 3 up.
Yep.
Scheffler and
Through
Henley.
13.
Scheffler and Henley are down. Morikawa and English are down.
No, hang on. Scheffler and Henley are getting their butts kicked. They're about closed out. They're 5 down through 12. So, I mean, this deal's about over.
Shoffley and Cantlay, I guess, they're the only United States guys that are up at this point.
Europe's 4 up, 5 up, and 3 up in 3 of the 4 matches.
What the heck is going on in New York?
Oh.
This is the format.
This is what happens.
Wearing those tennis shoes, boys.
What do you mean? This is what happens? Explain that.
I mean, go back and look at Ryder Cup history, and generally it feels like the Americans always have to come from behind.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and Colton, say what you just said again.
Wearing those tennis shoes, they're just disrespecting the classiness of the game.
That is a legitimate take. Like, class it up. Stop by Walker Brothers. You should have gone to see Thomas, guys. And now they're playing again. You play to win. You dress to win. You play to win. And these guys so far, the Scheffler thing is wild. Why is he not good at this? I don't understand.
Well,
he dominates golf all the time, and for whatever reason, he is not good in the Ryder Cup.
No, I've said his record yesterday. It's something like 2-5-2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good. Now, he hadn't always been the world's best player and world's number one.
That's true.
And when he's been on the Ryder Cup. But listen, you got to be in the world's top 20 to make the Ryder Cup. I mean, the Americans have 7 of the top 10 players in the world rankings in this Ryder Cup. So heavy favorites, American soil. Let's not get. We're in the first quarter still of this deal.
So
Americans need 14.5 points to Europe's 14 in order to win the Cup. Europe just needs 14 to retain it. So no points have been awarded, but it looks like 3 of the first 4 are going to go to the Europeans.
We were talking about the sucker line that you think this Arkansas-Notre Dame game might be. All my buddies bet on the U.S., not just because they're Americans, but they felt like that it was minus 155, I think is what they got it at. They feel pretty confident now. They're texting in on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, very disappointed. As you stated, it feels like the Americans have to come from behind in a lot of these situations. So maybe that's what ends up playing out. I watched the initial hole from DeChambeau, and he pounded one, nearly drove the green. And I'm thinking, okay, this is how U.S. is going to take over. And you look up, and they got 3 groups that are down. And like you said, Scheffler and them might get closed out.
It's like you look at the analytics. Europe has a chance, 93%, 99%, and a 100% chance of winning 3 of the 4. The Americans have a 74% chance with Schauffele and Patrick Cantley.
So, closing out, is that the equivalent to like a 28, 21-point blowout in football? What is that when you get closed out as early as these guys might get closed out? What would you equate that to on the football field?
If you get beat 5-4, like Scheffler and Henley are headed towards, that's like a 35-point tail kicking.
Yeah, and also,
that's a curb stomping.
On that note, to bring it back to Fayetteville,
they won a hole.
Yeah,
they won number 2.
Yeah,
the match was even after 3, and they're 5 down through 12. Amazing.
I know we've had some listeners and callers text in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline this week, but I just don't see a scenario where this game's a blowout either way tomorrow. I've said all week I think Arkansas is going to win, but obviously based on what happened in Memphis, based on what happened in Oxford, they could lose close. I don't see this game getting out of hand tomorrow.
Hope you're right. Hope for the fans that are going to be there. And I think it's going to be a full house. I don't know about record crowd or anything for an 11 a.m. game, but I hope the fans are in there. I want to be entertained deep into the fourth quarter. So, we'll see. We'll see how it unfolds. But I'm with you. I don't think one team can run away from the other. But if it was going to happen, I don't think Arkansas's got the defense to keep up. And Notre Dame, let's just be honest, their schedule's been in a different elevation. They played on a different plane than the Razorbacks have through 4 games. I know they've only played 3, but they've been tested a lot greater than Arkansas has.
Well, and so one of the other elements is I know Zach and Ruskin are going to be here later today. Why is Zach's name circled as like most wanted here at Mock? I don't understand. Is there a reason that Jackie and Matt have that up there?
Well, he has a lot of trouble.
Okay. All right, it's got to deal with
probably planning on some trouble this weekend.
Got illegal stuff, yeah. But no, it is. I think it's well within our rights to allow our listeners to, without fear of legal persecution, you can throw something at Zach tomorrow starting at 6 a.m., right?
100%. Heck,
okay.
he is
he's
volunteered for both the pre and he's planning on rubbing our nose in.
Well, I think the only question you have to ask yourself is: do you throw a tomato? Do you throw a water balloon? Do you want something to splatter, right, Colton?
Yeah.
Like something needs. Yeah. Now keep in mind, there's probably $10,000 worth of radio equipment. So if you're going to aim, make sure you played a little league back in the day. Make sure you hit him square and just make sure it doesn't get on the equipment. Do it during a break. Do it not while he's got the $10,000 stuff near him. That would be the only thing that I think we'd advocate for.
Yeah. All right, that's your opening drive this morning. It's brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. They're your number one source for top-quality aggregates, including gravel, rock, sand, ready-mix concrete, and asphalt. If you need that for your job or your home residential rehab or construction, they can help you with that. If you need help with planning the job, their complete construction consultant services are there for you as well. One phone call to get it all done, 479-587-3300. 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Zach is actually having lunch with one of my Notre Dame friends. She and her friend are coming down for this game, and he asked if there's anything they need to know. I know there again the appeal for Notre Dame, like people they came down to College Station last year. Now you get to go to Fayetteville. I was in South Bend last year. It's a cool college football experience. I just think we were talking about fan bases you don't like, and I'm not saying you have to like Notre Dame, but I would just think that'd be a cool experience for, as we were talking about yesterday, they were the group of friends that came down were from Rhode Island, just being in a part of neck of the woods you've never been to before.
Yeah, and, it's I don't know that Notre Dame would approach it the same way Arkansas fans would approach going to South Bend, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance for them as well. And I think the more you research and you look at Northwest Arkansas and spending 2 or 3 days in our corner of the state, I think people would want to sign up and do that. Easy flight from Chicago to get down here, so I think they're going to have a strong contingent tomorrow over there in their corner.
Well, we're obviously going to pick this Notre Dame game coming up in just a bit in our Fence Man Friday picks. We got some other SEC action we're going to get to as well. We bring in our buddy Sean with the Fence Man. Sean, happy Friday, man. I know you're excited about this weekend.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful weather. We're all getting out, getting things done. Can't complain.
What is it, 78 at kickoff, Tommy, I think?
Yep, going to be nice. Going to be a very nice day. Sean, I know you guys have been busy, loving this weather. Aluminum fencing's been big, security fencing. I was by a construction site the other day. You even do temporary fencing. I saw some of your product out to keep an active job site secure from people getting in and out and making the insurance companies happy.
Yes, yeah, we have the ability to do that. I mean, we can do it so many ways. Like I said, there is temporary panels you put up with stands. We can put some screening on them. We can add some gates to it. We've even gone so far as just temporary drive posts in the ground to be able to hang some chain link. And, it's if you're trying to secure something temporary, to keep people safe, yes, we've got the different styles of fence to make it happen for you. How's that?
All right. Well, let's figure out how we did last week in our Fence Man Friday picks.
I'll take Georgia. Lay the 4.
I've got Georgia also covering this game by 5 or more points.
Give me your Rocky Top.
I'm going to take Florida to cover.
LSU wins the game. It's less than a touchdown.
Well, if I'm not wrong, I think they're going to hang and skin a gator in Death Valley.
I'll hold my nose and take the Fighting Irish.
It's a big game for A&M, so they'll lose.
I'm going to go Texas A&M.
Tommy, South Carolina is a 3-point favorite at home in Williams-Brice Stadium.
Give me Vanderbilt in the points and Vanderbilt for the win.
I'm also going to pick Diego Pavia Vanderbilt.
I'm with you guys.
Alabama, 21.5-point favorite, Tommy.
Give me Wisconsin.
I'm going to take Bama.
The Badgers and the points.
Definitely taking Arkansas to cover in this game.
Give me Ole Miss.
The Hogs will win.
All right, so obviously that's the week behind. We got to update it last week. That's my bad. Let's get some games this week. College Station, kind of an underrated game between Auburn and A&M. Auburn trying to bounce back after losing a tough one in Norman. Guys, A&M is a 6-point favorite. What happens in that one, Tommy?
A&M -6. They have a hot hand right now. Auburn played well in a loss last week. I'll take Gig'em at home. I think that the 12th man's too much.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Mike Elko's squad. I think that Auburn has a chance for their season to fall apart. So I'm going to take your wife's Aggies, Sean.
Well, that's where I'm going to go. So Gig'em Aggies, get her done.
All right, big game this weekend in the Grove, 2:30, LSU at Ole Miss. I know the Whit Weeks and Landry Kiffin dynamic's interesting. Ole Miss is a 1.5 home favorite, Tommy, against the visiting Tigers.
1.5? I think they call that a 1.5. But I'll take LSU and I'll take LSU and the points.
Yeah, I'm going to take LSU as well. I know Nussmeier had a little better game last week. He's dealt with some health issues. I think they go on the road, Sean, and take it to him and Vaught Hemingway in a close one.
Most certainly. LSU for the win.
All right, Tennessee against Mississippi State, kind of another under-the-radar game. Bulldogs 4-0 this season. They've actually already busted their season win total, Tommy. They are 7.5-point home dogs. I know Bruce was worried about this game earlier this week.
What time is this game in Starkville?
Ooh, Christian or Colton, do you know that offhand? I don't remember. I have to look that up.
I'll take State in the points. I think Tennessee wins this game, but Starkville's a sleepy.
3:15.
3:15. Yeah, Starkville's a place where teams go in there and just struggle and kind of go through the motions. Tennessee will win, but I think it'll be close.
Yeah, I'm going to take Mississippi State to cover, but Tennessee to pull out a close one, Sean.
Nah, Tennessee's going to win it straight out.
Okay. Alabama against Georgia. A big one in Athens following what happened last year. Guys, this was my first bet of the week. Georgia's only a 3-point favorite in this one. I think they win this game by maybe a touchdown and a field goal, maybe 2 touchdowns. I've got Georgia winning this game and covering.
I think Bama's tired of all the noise. I think they're tired of people telling them they're terrible, that they've lost their way, and they have. But I'll take Bama in the 3 points. I think Bama's going to show up strong, and I'll take Bama in this game.
Sean, what do you think, man?
No, Georgia Bulldogs got more than Alabama can handle.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that. All right, the big one, 11 o'clock tomorrow on ABC, and, of course, here on ESPN Arkansas, the Fighting Irish and the Arkansas Razorbacks, first time in the history of both programs. Tommy, I looked this morning on the BetSair snap. It's 4.5, so it's gone back up. Yeah, it's gone back up even a little bit more. So what are you thinking in this one? Have you changed your mind? Where you're at?
No, I think 4.5 is a line that's very attractive. I'll take Notre Dame and lay the 4.5.
Well, I'm not gonna back off what I've said all week. I got Arkansas not just covering, but I think they win this football game tomorrow, and it'll be hopefully not the best win of the year, but it might end up being that, Sean.
I'm with you. We need a win. I think if Coach wants to keep his job, he needs a win. So I think there's going to be so much pressure. So we're going to win. I don't know. It might be a dirty win, but I think we're going to win.
All right, those are our Fence Man Friday picks, and we'll see how we did next week. Sean, have a great week and a great weekend. 782-3936 if someone wants to see all your work, thefencemanar.com. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, Sean with the Fence Man with us every Friday for our Fence Man Friday picks. We are live here at Mock Legal Solutions. No win, no fee. Jackie's licensed in both states, Arkansas and Oklahoma. Over 13 years of practice in all aspects of the law. We'll talk to Jackie coming up a little bit later on here at Mock Legal Solutions in Fort Smith.
Hog Update is next.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
This is ESPN college basketball analyst and former Razorback Jimmy Dykes, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Mann family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.
Hey, Raleigh, what state's famous for their small drinks?
Raleigh don't.
Matt, I gotta try. What state is famous for the smallest drinks?
Minnesota.
See, I told you.
Yeah, his dad jokes are so legendary.
Anyway, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next time you're in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Or shop the Googleator, Facegram, interweb page.
Dad, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Oh, Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hungry for steak? TGI Fridays in Fort Smith is serving up the best hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, tender 8-ounce bacon wrap fillets, and massive loaded baked potatoes. It's the new steakhouse menu at TGI Fridays. And for football nights, Monday and Thursday, it's wings for just 50 cents each, all day long. Boneless or traditional with a 10-piece minimum. Bring the team, bring the fans. Big groups are welcome, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays, steaks, wings, football, it's all here at TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
It's time for the end of summer clearance at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, get a grand your way when you drive away in the road-ready certified pre-owned car of your choice. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Get an extra discount, extra for your trade, or buy that special someone a gift to make up for not talking to them about the new truck in the driveway. We got your back. $1,000 to use however you like. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com.
At Arvest Bank, we believe small businesses are the backbone of communities. Whether you're just getting your business off the ground, planning for future growth, or managing the day-to-day, we want you to thrive. That's why we help businesses of all kinds find their strength. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. You yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
All the time we love the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, Woo Big Suey. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
That's the big difference. Arkansas, after practice, everybody would just leave 15 minutes in after you get back in for practice. Here, there's probably still guys in there right now just playing, talking, chopping it up, making sure you're okay, or playing ping pong or something like that, goofing around, and which I love that. Like, I'm a goofy person, so I kind of like that about this place. And the coaches are different. I just love it.
That was Ty Washington talking about the difference between Notre Dame and Arkansas. Another matchup where you're going to be playing a former Razorback. I don't know how much of an impact that Ty Washington's going to have in this football game, but you do have to slow down two studs, and Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love, who might be the best running back and maybe the best duo in college football.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting matchup with the running game versus their running backs. I mean, you can't leave Taylon Green, who's not a running back, out of it. Your leading rusher. How Notre Dame, they're pretty decent at stopping the run. They're not very good at stopping the pass, and will Arkansas be able to find some gaps to run through? I think the RPO game will be huge in how Taylon handles those reads.
Yeah, Brendan Lewis carved Arkansas up, as did Sutton Smith this last week, and as good as those guys were at that point, you got even a tougher task. I know it's going to be interesting how Arkansas handles C.J. Carr, who's still I think his status is just a redshirt freshman, and I know he's played in some big games, as you alluded to already this season, but not that he doesn't have the capability, but you still got to put him in the situation where he has to beat you. Now, that's easier said than done, but hopefully Arkansas and Travis Williams will be able to find something to put him in some uncomfortable positions starting tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Absolutely, and hopefully hopefully the crowd gets in there early, and from the get-go, it's you don't want any of the 60 minutes to not be as full a home field advantage as it can be. So I think it'll be a big crowd. Don't wait to get in the gate and get there early. Make a difference early in this ball game because I think Arkansas is going to need every bit of an edge they can get to find a win tomorrow.
Vahiva Lloyd's going to be in the house tomorrow. They're going to honor him in between the first and second quarter. Golden Spikes Award winner, third in your history. So cool to see him back in town. Yeah. Basketball team's going to be playing Cincinnati on the 24th of October. 7 p.m. Tickets are going to go on sale on Wednesday. It's not a part of the season ticket package, right, but a chance to see this team in Bud Walton before the season gets going.
I guess you got prime time at the Palace next Friday, and then correct. You mentioned this game here that's an exhibition that raises, it's a fundraising for nonprofit. So a couple chances coming up to see the team if you don't have season tickets. I think they'll be hotter this year because I think there's some people that wasn't able to re-secure their tickets after having them maybe a number of years with the reseating and the pricing changing. There's probably some people that don't have season tickets this year that have had them in the past.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of sports going on this weekend outside of the game at 11 a.m. You've got softball, you've got baseball, you've got women's volleyball. I mean, there's just a lot going on this weekend as Woo Pig weekend.
Yeah, Fall Classic. I know tonight at 6 o'clock at Baum Walker. I bet you'll be a good crowd, several thousand there to watch baseball practice tonight.
People are pretty amazing. Notre Dame has they have a good baseball program, but it is wild when people experience Baum Walker for the first time. They're like, man, they have this many fans for fall ball. It's pretty wild. So, cool opportunity to see the Arkansas baseball team as well tonight. All right, that is your Hog Update this morning. It is brought to you by our friends at Mr. Spark.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, we are here at Mock Legal Solutions in Fort Smith. Jackie and Matt always helping you out. Or is it just going to be Jackie that we're talking to, or Cement Head? Is he going to crack a mic as well?
There's a microphone around. Cement Head's going to get in here and figure out a way to get on the air. So I would imagine we'll Jackie will probably have to be elbowing him in the side or whatever. Jackie's got over 13 years of experience in all aspects of the law. We're going to talk to Jackie coming up. They're not your normal firm. They care. They're going to sit down. They're going to talk to you. You're not going to walk in and feel like you're out of place. There's not a lot of mahogany and leather-bound books in here. All right, so I think you're going to be all right. And in personal injury cases, no win, no fee. So most cases are flat fees, down payments, and payment plans. So come find out more. 479-769-1505. Or mocklegalsolutions.com.
We could ask them also about pancakes. It's National Pancake Day. If she prefers waffles or pancakes. I personally prefer waffles.
I like waffles. I mean,
if I have the
choice,
choice,
the same thing. It's just how they're cooked. I mean, the batter's the same, right? So, what kind of pancake? Do you go chocolate chip? Do you go? One of my favorites is
blueberry,
calico, and have the pecan pancakes. Holy moly, are those good?
I'm a blueberry guy. All right, so we bring in our buddy Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources. Larry, it's National Pancake Day. Do you prefer pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Okay. What kind? Tommy likes pecan.
Maple syrup, a little bit of butter, nothing fancy.
All right.
Good old pancakes.
Okay. Well, there's nothing really fancy about Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi. I guess
Larry's pretty fancy now.
I think he's
pretty snazzy dresser. He's a pretty sharp guy.
He kind of has like the blue collar, white collar. He wears like a white collar shirt and he wears jeans. I feel like it's like the combination, the best of both worlds. But Larry, I know you guys got a Grand Your Way going on this month, which a lot of people have taken advantage of at both locations. And whether you just want it for the vehicle or you want to stash away, you can get it at both places.
That's absolutely right. We've got a big sale going on, $1,000 back cash your way, and a big inventory, road-ready, certified, pre-owned vehicles, the best used car your money can buy. And we've got a great selection of them right now at both locations. That $1,000 back, you can use that for your sales tax, maybe help take care of some other expenses that you might have, take a vacation, whatever. Just have a good time with it. We get you fixed up with that when you pick out your road-ready, certified, pre-owned vehicle. If you're looking for a new car, the Mitsubishi lineup is just terrific. The 25 Outlander, if that's not on your list and you're looking for a mid-size SUV with third-row seat, that's the one. Come on in and check it out. And they just announced 0% for 60 months on that car. So we're really excited about that. Got some great incentives on the rest of the lineup as well. It's a great time to come in and check out that Mitsubishi lineup. Let us get you rolling better at Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith. Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale, or check us out online at rathauto.com.
Larry, have a great weekend, okay?
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. Folks, come and see us.
Program in the day. I really enjoy y'all's both.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Man family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest, because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.
Hey, Raleigh, what state's famous for their small drinks?
Raleigh don't.
Matt, I gotta try. What state is famous for the smallest drinks?
Minnesota.
See, I told you.
Yeah, his dad jokes are so legendary.
Anyway, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next time you're in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Or shop the Googleator Facegram interweb page.
Dad, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Green gets the snap. Gonna keep it. Option right. Touchdown, Arkansas. Taylon Green.
This is The Morning Rush.
It's time for the end of summer clearance at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, get a grand your way when you drive away in the road-ready certified pre-owned car of your choice. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Get an extra discount, extra for your trade, or buy that special someone a gift to make up for not talking to them about the new truck in the driveway. We got your back. $1,000 to use however you like. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Artie's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches. Choose any two. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two. With fries and a drink, just $6.99. Why settle for junior burgers? Get big savings on full-size goodness in Hardee's Country. Download the app and join my rewards for special offers. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary. See app for terms.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all. DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Kristen's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
Hi, I thought we'd get to know the audience today since we are at Mock Legal Solutions. The Morning Rush Daily Question brought to you by CartPath Social.
I know you're going.
What's the closest you've ever come to going to jail? Now, I know for you, you crossed the finish line, but
yeah, you're soft.
What is the biggest scrape you've ever had with the law? So text those answers in. Lewis Automotive Group hotline 877-377-6963 because we got a legal expert here in the room to help us evaluate these answers. So what's the biggest trouble you ever had with the law? And that's our Morning Rush Daily Question.
Well, you got to start with, everyone knows mine. I've been vocal about mine.
Well, speeding ticket, and I got a speeding ticket and a seatbelt all in one. That'd probably be my biggest scrape with the law. I've never really
you tried to pay a cop off or what?
No, I got a ticket on I-40 near Alma for doing 86 and a 65 back then. That'd probably be my. I haven't had a lot of scrapes with the law. In high school, we got stopped for having some beer, but they just poured it out. They never really threatened to take us to jail.
That's something that's technically I know you're going the speed limit, but that's like saying that you're an immoral person and you accidentally took your brother's Cheetos one time. That's not. Well, I don't think people associate. Let's open it up. Be honest about this.
We got stopped in high school, and they didn't. It was Friday night, and I guess they were busy downtown, so they just poured our Mickey's malt liquor. You remember those in the little green? Looked like a grenade.
The 40s?
No. These were in they weren't grenades. They looked like little pine. I don't know.
Is it kind of like?
Yeah, and you had to rip the tab off, and if you weren't careful, you'd cut your finger.
Is it like the Modelo's kind of? You know what I'm talking about? The glass ones? No,
they were glass, but you had to be careful with them, or you could hurt yourself. And open them. They had They had the old school pull tab on them.
I'm trying to
think.
He
made us pour them all out, and that was really painful.
Well, so obviously a weekend at school at the U of A, I got popped, but I'm trying to think. I've run into cops before with some other alcohol incidents, never behind the wheel. Don't do that. But but there has been maybe another occasion or two where if the officer was not kind and gracious, I might have ended up in Washington County again.
Jackie Marcus here. Won't ask you that question, but what's the biggest since Matt left the room and scurried out in a hurry? And I'm sure you've got a thick legal file on Cement Head. Give us the highlights. So
I do. Yeah, I think if we're talking about scrapes with the law, Matt might need the microphone here.
He's got the most experience in this room. So
recently, he was pulled over for trying to email while driving.
Yeah, I tried. When I was going up to Rogers to go to Blue Ember, and this was not a lie to the police officer. I was typing in the address while I was driving.
Yeah, right.
And I told him, I straight up was like, "Sir, this is," and because I didn't know it off my hand, and he looked at it. It's like, "Yeah, you're doing. Just please don't look." And I was like, "Yes, sir." Now I'm the worst about doing stuff while I'm driving, but at that point I understand Matt's
Something
standpoint.
similar happened to me. I was down in Mena on a family law case because we go all over the state of Arkansas, and I was After court, sometimes I like to go to the local Dollar Trees. It's like my one vice.
Guilty pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was.
They're not $1 anymore.
No,
though.
they're not.
$1.25.
But I was typing into the GPS how to get there, and I got pulled over, and I told him what I was doing, and he just laughed, and he said, "Let me see." And I showed him I was going to Dollar Tree, and he let me go on my way with a warning.
So you told him, hey, I know a good attorney.
I try not to lead with that with police officers.
All right, that's your Morning Rush Daily question. We'll get to some answers from the audience. I'm sure there's some good ones coming up. That's our Morning Rush Daily question, brought to you by Cart Path Social.
Yep, #1 indoor golf destination in Arkansas. Christian and Nate, I know Christian's actually in, I think, Virginia right now. He works for Tyson, not too far from our radio station, and Nate's been on paternity leave, and I know he's got a new youngster around the house. And these two Rogers guys, they care about their community. This Dignity Closet Drive, they're helping promote Rogers Public Schools and children that are in need. So whether you support Rogers High, Rogers Heritage, they want to help out, bringing in items like shampoo, razors, and more. You can drop them off for your chance to be entered in for a prize. They've got local businesses that have sponsored. It's 122 Grant Place in Lowell. That is Cart Path Social, the #1 indoor golf destination in all of Arkansas.
We are at Mock Legal Solutions in Fort Smith. I should know. What's the cross street out here in front so I can tell?
We're at right off the corner of South 79th and Rogers Avenue. We're right behind the Geno's Pizza.
That's how you find it. Geno's Pizza, right behind it.
Yes,
and you'll see our ESPN Arkansas vehicle out front. How's it been going? You have been incredibly busy. I've admired from afar how you kind of spread your wings geographically. Arkansas and Oklahoma, the new office in Salisaw, but even beyond the two home bases for you. You just mentioned being in Mena. I know you're doing a lot of work in Oklahoma and Tahlequah and other areas outside of Sequoia and LaFleur County. You have just been all over the place.
We have, I'm in Crawford and Sebastian a lot, and a lot of Sequoia and LaFleur, but thanks really in large part to ESPN Arkansas, people have heard about us in other areas of Arkansas. And so I just picked up a case in Sevier County. I think they listen to your Hot Spring station. I picked up 2 cases in Boone County. So up.
Oh, Harrison, yeah.
Yes.
We're not paying her to say that, by the way.
No, they're not.
She's paying us.
When they they call and I'm used to Sebastian or Crawford calls, and when they say, well, I'm in Boone County, I'm like, how did you hear about us? And it's through ESPN. But I really enjoy going and meeting the other lawyers in those communities and also the judges. And I love the older, more rural courthouses. They just have so much character.
Still a town square.
Absolutely. Yeah. Every one of them is in the middle of a little square with some thrift shops around it.
Yeah. So, I know family law is kind of at the corner of what a lot of people do, and you do that. But what are some of the things you really enjoy? I mean, every doctor, lawyer, dentist, everybody has the thing they like the most. It might not be the thing they do the most, but what is the area of the law that you really enjoy when one of these cases come along?
Well, the easy answer there are adoptions that aren't contested. So, people who have had guardianship for a very long time, and then it's time to adopt the child and everyone's in agreement. Those are happy days in court. You get to take a picture with the judge. But I really do enjoy contested custody cases. I like to go through all of the evidence and try to get my client the amount of parenting time that they really deserve and what would be best for the child. So
now, hang on. I know we got a lot of dads out there listening.
Yes.
And they think that if they go to court, they don't have a chance.
Right.
They think the point spread's against them.
And really that used to be true.
Yeah, and it used to be the mom always got custody and the dad always got it stuck to him on child support and alimony and everything else under the sun. And really the law and the way the courts view it has taken a pretty dramatic change.
It has. And so there was a nationwide push for dads' rights 2020-ish. 2020, 2021 here in Arkansas, both our Arkansas Supreme Court and our General Assembly had case law and statutes that changed the presumption of who should have custody to joint custody. And so prior to that time, you kind of walked into court thinking, well, the judge is going to put the child with one parent more. They're going to make a primary custodian and someone's going to visit with the children. After that statute and the case law that confirmed it, you walk into court now and we're at the default of we're going to get 50-50 parenting time, joint legal custody, joint decision making. And then if there's issues on one side or the other, you then have to prove up to a clear and convincing evidence standard that joint custody is not proper. And so it gives a lot of dads at least the foot in the door, and if their household is safe and they're a good provider, you're going to get half the time with your child.
Yeah. I've been around you long enough to know you take these cases personal.
I do.
I mean, when someone says, oh, I'm going to fight for my client, everybody says that, but I've seen you really jump in there, and these become personal to you.
They do. And, in law school, they teach you to kind of keep things at arm's length. And there are times that I get so invested because I'm so confident that my client needs at least half time. I kind of have to step away for a minute every now and then and think, okay, the law is the law. The judge is going to make the decision. But yeah, I do take it personally. I think that's a good thing. But like I said, sometimes maybe it's too close for comfort.
Well, I always know whenever I do get in trouble, I'll get off of it because she'll be in my court, in my corner.
It depends on how overwhelming the evidence is against you, sir. She's
Allegedly.
pretty good,
Jody texted in.
She's not a miracle worker.
Yeah. Jody texted in. We like Jackie. Boone County loves Jackie. Emma in Glenwood wants to know, is Pike County too far for a custody case? It's all of Arkansas, right?
Yeah,
No.
I can go anywhere in Arkansas.
479-769-1505.
Chase wants to know if I can help sue Nair for the incident that happened to me with Nair back 10 years ago. Do you take on corporations?
I
use Nair in a certain area that I probably shouldn't have.
Is it your forehead?
No.
Looks like it's on your forehead.
Somewhere else.
That might be user malfunction there.
Yeah. Is that what's on the bottle?
Yeah.
Chance from Clarksville. What if the parents are not married? Feels like the woman 100% of the time will win, but based on what you said, that again, it's changed.
Yes. So a child that is not born of a marriage is automatically in the legal custody of the mother. However, I do this all the time. Dads, you just file for paternity. Basically, it just establishes you legally as the father, and you are entitled to that same joint presumption of joint custody.
Mike wants to know if you could help him out with his possession with the intent to deliver back in 1999. 26 years.
Has the statute not ran out on that?
Yeah. I got mine expunged. I can legally say I've never been arrested, but there's no fun in that. So.
Yeah, you can have things sealed now. I'm not sure if that's one on the list. I usually refer those out because it's pretty paper heavy. You have to get a lot of letters from a lot of government agencies.
Yeah.
There's some red tape.
Before we go, you make it easy. Flat fees in most cases, down payments that are affordable, flat fees that you can work in your budget.
Yes, monthly payment plans, and we try to make quality legal services accessible for everyone.
All right, Mock Legal Solutions. Let's just give you the phone number and the website. That's the easiest way to get in contact today. Or you can stop in and see us here in Fort Smith, 479-769-1505 or mocklegalsolutions.com. Will you come back next hour with us?
I'd love to. Thanks,
All
guys.
right, Jackie Mock Legal Solutions here on a Football Friday. Football Friday always brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatments to help your body actually heal and restore the damage in your joints, not just cover it up. And they're right here in Northwest Arkansas. 479-999-1234 is their number. 999-1234 for my friends at QC Kinetics.
Hour number 2 coming up. We're going to have some fun with something I said yesterday as we return on the Morning Rush live from Mock Legal Solutions.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Hawk fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Man family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.
Hey, Raleigh, what state's famous for their small drinks?
Raleigh don't.
Matt, I gotta try. What state is famous for the smallest drinks?
Minnesota.
See, I told you.
Yeah, his dad jokes are so legendary.
Anyway, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next time you're in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
Or shop the Google later Facegram interweb page.
Dad, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Dozy Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
At Wave Rural Connect, our mission is to improve the quality of life in our communities. Across the River Valley of Arkansas and Oklahoma, residents and businesses are experiencing the difference of our high-speed internet. Wave Rural Connect Internet provides a reliable residential connection for streaming, gaming, remote work, and homeschooling. Our business solutions provide the speed, stability, and security that you need, whether you're a mom-and-pop flower shop or large business. Check availability online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, plenty of sunshine. The high this afternoon in the upper 70s to lower 80s, mainly clear and overnight low near 55. Saturday, plenty of sunshine. Our high on Saturday in the low 80s again with plenty of sunshine Sunday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. From the Bushlight Studios, this is ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
Are you sure this is legal? I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
It's Notre Dame. It's just different. You know, if it was Alabama, that'd be something, but we've seen them, you know, for a while. If it was Auburn, whatever, that would be exciting too. But Notre Dame is a different feeling. And we know we have one time and we've got one opportunity, and our kids, you can feel that they know the sense of urgency of playing, like I say, a great Notre Dame team.
A huge story caught everyone by surprise. The star athlete for the Notre Dame football team riveted the nation with his inspiring story of a girlfriend. It turns out that girl apparently never existed.
Hang at Notre Dame pretty well staked out. Damn Irish.
I've captured a leprechaun, okay?
Do you think you could kill a leprechaun? Live from the Bushlight Studios. Bush. With Ty Richardson.
I know you're sarcastic.
You're like, and Tommy Kraft.
It was hot. It was warm.
And produced by Colton Little.
This is The Morning Rush.
It's not going to be hot tomorrow. It's going to be perfect. 78 degrees. Kickoff, Fayetteville, 11 a.m. Now, word to the wise. Tommy, you just sent me my tickets. Download them now. I still don't understand. I'm old school in the sense I wish we had real hard tickets. Like they still scan them and whatnot. But it amazes me still, as we've kind of transformed the ticketing process, that people try to wait to download tickets before they get to the game.
Yeah, because the cell service sucks.
It's
not going to work. Put them in your wallet. Put them in your Apple wallet. Not and then you can't lose them that way either. But absolutely, get them in your phone, get them ready to go, and then don't be the person fumbling around as you get to the gate that holds up the whole operation because you can't get your tickets up on your screen. Just don't be that person.
Excited for the game tomorrow. Excited to be here on a Football Friday at Mock Legal Solutions. Football Friday always brought to you by QC Connects. Let's talk some football coming up in just a sec.
Yeah, did that nagging joint pain just hit you right as you rolled out of bed, or maybe even before that? Maybe it's in your knee, your back, your hip, or your shoulder. It was in my shoulder a few years ago, and QC Kinetics, let me tell you, they're the real deal. The pain that I was living with, gone. Now I'm back to golfing, fishing, all the things I love to do, pain-free without even a thought of it. They use regenerative medicine. That's advanced cellular treatments that heal your own body. I mean, stop and think about it. You get a little nick on your finger, scrape your knee or something. Your body heals itself to a certain point. And these joints internally can be healed with your own natural healing powers with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. So get your x-rays and your MRIs and all the things your doctor have said you're going to need surgery. Bring them to QC Kinetics. They'll give you a free consultation next week. 479-999-1234 is their number. 999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
John in Springdale has been patiently waiting through the break here on this Football Friday. John, go ahead, man. You're on the Morning Rush.
John?
Well, waited too long. Ryan in Hot Springs. Let's see if he patiently waited. John, I apologize. You want to call back, we'll get you on, buddy. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, buddy, you were telling us not to wait to download the tickets, but, had I not done that, I wouldn't have got to meet you. That's actually what I was doing when I walked back up on that hill when you
down
the Cincinnati game.
Well,
you learned your lesson.
Yeah,
didn't
you? you're worse off now, Ryan.
But anyway, hey, so I want to answer y'all's daily question. So this was April of 2009. It was actually April Fool's Day. And there in Saline County where I'm from, they decided it'd be a good idea. Let's go do a speed trap over in this way. And, of course, I knew it was there, but my mind was on other things. I was hanging out with this old girl that I was trying to date at the time, and we was coming back from Hot Springs. Well, anyway, well, man, you're killing the point, so let me get to it.
Yeah. That's the most respectful way
I
think
know
I've
exactly
ever
what
heard.
he's saying. So.
Anyway, back to the story here. Well, anyway, we're going through this. I had forgot about the speed trap. They had went. It was originally 45. They knocked down to 35. I'm doing a 48, which what I thought was 3 over, and I completely forgot about it till I saw the cop sitting there. Well, I was like, well, too little, too late now. Anyway, he pulls us over, and he's sitting there doing the whole spiel, and he looks at me and goes, and then looks at her and goes, "Hey, do you got your driver's license?" And she's like, "No, but I know it." And he starts to recite it. And she's like, "Why?" He goes, "He's got warrants for his arrest." I looked at him. I said, "No, sir, I don't." He goes, "Excuse me." I said, "It's April Fool's Day." Handed my stuff back. Said, "Have a good day."
That would scare me a little bit. I'll say this. I had forgotten about this until you just said it. I actually had a warrant out for my arrest because I thought the when you paid, what was it, paid the bail bonds, and I thought that's all you paid. Well, I had like $800 or $1,000 left that I had not paid for the court fees or something else. So there was a warrant out for my arrest. Luckily, I paid it and everything. My dad called me and was like, "You realize like you're on not on police charge or whatever. It's like you need to figure this out."
You're on the lam.
I went to Fayetteville, whatever, UAPD, and
you were a fugitive from justice.
Yeah.
Fayetteville's most wanted.
I was scared driving to the police station. I was going to get pulled over and then taken to jail again.
Yeah.
Ryan, appreciate the call. Let's see. We had a few responses. A lot were. What would you say? Statute limit. A lot of these were 20, 25 years ago. Ryan's was about 15, 16 years ago. So a lot of these have, and for most of our audience, which is, again, middle-aged and over, you're not probably going to have many things that you've done stupid like I used to until it was back in your younger years.
Yeah, so I think they've quit looking for you at this point, probably.
What's the deal, real quick, Ryder Cup up there? Are we still getting stomped?
There's Air Force One heading into they're showing it on the broadcast right now. Air Force One arriving at Bethpage Black. Right now it's 3-0 Europe. They've won 3 of the first 4 matches. It appears the Americans will win one of the morning 4 matchups. 4-3. DeChambeau and Justin Thomas go down, lose to John Rahm and Tyrell Hatton. Scotty Scheffler, the world's number 1, paired with Russell Henley, they lose 5-3. Get their butts kicked by Aberg and Matt Fitzpatrick. Colin Morikawa and Harris English, 5-4. They lose to McIlroy and Fleetwood. And then the one win, and it's a little more iffy now than it was, Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay are only now 1 up. After being 3 up at one point, they've lost the 12th and the 13th to Robert McIntyre and Victor Hovland. That match 1 up for the Americans through 14. And right now the first 3 points on the board are for Europe and the Americans yet to score.
Well, hopefully
a lot of matches left.
Yeah, hopefully
first 3 are in the books of 28.
So not much entertainment thus far, at least from the
No, they ain't even close. I mean, this one with Schauffele and Cantlay are the only thing that's really been close into the wire.
Well,
5-4, 5-3, 4-3. I mean, tail kicking this morning.
Hopefully, the game in Fayetteville tomorrow is a lot closer than what we've experienced thus far. You know how you've maybe said something over the years that you say, and then you want that back. Obviously, in a radio show, whether it's 2 or 3 hours, you maybe utter something, you think about it. It's like,
I think I know where you're going.
Okay, well,
I was going to bring this up later.
But, we might as well get into it now. So, doing this thing for Pig Trail Nation, we get to the end of the bit with Evan, my buddy, and I had a different, let's call it a different take.
I think I'm going to be honest. If I'm an Arkansas fan, and maybe our audience doesn't feel this way, I don't want my offense to have the ball at the end of that game. Legitimately, I would rather.
Hold on.
As bad as they've been in last 2 games, I would rather have the Arkansas defense with the chance to stop C.J. Carr and that Notre Dame offense at the tail end of that game. And that may be way off and when people's thought process and everything else, but to just maybe give them a chance to wash the bad taste out of their mouth the last 2 weeks, what a way to do it, to knock off a top 25 opponent who's never stepped foot in Fayetteville.
All right, so here's where I'm coming from as I drink my salted caramel cold brew this morning on a football Friday at Mock Legal Solutions. Your defense sucks. It's not good, right? So my thought, I think you're confident in your offense, except they've scored 10 points in the last 2 halves, is you give them an opportunity to win you the football game. And you give them confidence heading the bye. It's not just about, obviously, the team itself, but it's about the bye. And listen, your offense has had it, and you can, again, make the case, defense had a chance to stop Memphis, backup QB dragged to 10 yards. That's true. There's nothing to that. But that is just this wasn't to create clicks. This wasn't to cause controversy. It was just in a spur-of-the-moment thought when asked it and prompt the question. Because I really, really might contemplate ending my life if I watch the football team on offense at the end of the game fumble or turn it over. I would rather the defense, again, be given an opportunity to make a play and then have some confidence heading the bye in the remaining 7 games on the schedule, even though, as I said, they're not good. And I hope that's just a different philosophy and a different take.
Who's the best player on this team?
Well, Xavier Soria was thought to be, in my opinion, but he hasn't played like it.
Who's the best player on this football team?
I mean, it's probably Taylor Green.
Who's the second best player on this football team?
I would still put Xavier Soria there. Who are you going to say? Are you going to say Mike?
Maybe Mike or Omega Blake at this spot. It may actually be a lineman, if you want to be honest. But so you're suggesting, and I agree with you, Taylor Green's the best player on Arkansas's team. You're suggesting
with me.
Let's keep him on the sideline with the game on the line. I just want to make sure I'm clear on what you're suggesting here.
Yeah.
Let's take the best player on the team and take him out of the mix with the game on the line.
If you're up, yeah. Not if you're down, obviously. You don't want to try and get the ball back. Again, it's a different take. It's sports
radio. That doesn't
make
it right.
What did I state as soon as I said that? As soon as I entered the segment, I said, sometimes if you talk about something like, well, this might get some play, and the intent again was not to.
It got some play.
It did. Colton, why don't you again? 2 best pieces of advice I've gotten in sports radio is work for good management. Struck out on that one. Second one is be self-deprecating. I think that's from Clay Henry. So, Colton, why don't we get into some of the best comments from my thought.
From Pig Trail Nation, this post, I had to go to a different account because that account actually has me blocked. So, different time. But there are
get blocked by them.
Well, a long time ago, one of them was trying to defend Chad Morris, and I wasn't going to have that. All right. So, our defense is a wet paper bag with 2 gaping holes in it. We don't want a game to come down to them. Dumbest stuff I've read today. That they didn't use the word stuff. I'm thinking you always want the ball in your hands at the end of the game, regardless of past mistakes. That might be the dumbest Arkansas sports take I've ever heard, and I've been around for 55 years.
Yeah.
L Dog Hog, he just put a gif of Gary Coleman saying, "What you talking about, Willis? That's dumb." I'm trying to find the best ones here. One of the dumbest takes I have ever heard about anything ever. This is the dumbest thing that's been said all week. Brain dead take. Yeah, you're way off. What an idiot. The last 2 games have basically been whoever has the ball last wins. Why? So we can watch the defense give up 95 yards in a minute and 3 seconds. And then sounds like someone's mother took a lot of Tylenol. Let's get the quote.
That's the best one I've heard so far.
That's just the replies. Let me get the quote tweets as well, because some of those had some good responses as well.
Make sure they're vulgar.
Yeah, I will make sure they're as vulgar as possible.
Let's get
what in the absolute F is he talking about? Our defense is literal Swiss cheese. Shorts are too tight, affecting his thinking. Also, brother, don't go on television in shorts, and don't go on television in shorts that are the same color as your pasty white skin.
I will say, so 100%. I've got a golf tan, and I'm looking at my legs right now.
Shorts on TV. What were you?
I am who I am, man.
Ty has some of the most low IQ takes historically. I absolutely dislike Ty. He's a blowhard. Complete idiot. And then one person, their response is, "It's Ty, LOL."
Did anyone, I haven't read all these because I don't have.
B agrees with me.
Did anyone on that thread agree with Ty?
Or
did he get ratioed?
Let me go back to the. Oh, he got ratioed to hell. There is a couple. Let me see. Bro, it doesn't matter. We scored 3 points in the second half against Memphis, and the defense didn't stop a single thing. We'd be better off punting on third down. It's a one-score game. Just throw in the towel and kneel it out. It would be less painful. Piggy Small says, Liz lady doesn't know ball.
Oh, man. Do you have anything to add to that? Any controversial? I will just keep it within the confines of the FCC.
I just think since I've been like 9 years old, 6 years old playing Madden, that if I have a chance to win the game, I want to be on offense because your offense does 90% of your scoring. So that's my.
I just want to give
I would
these
just
guys
like to find a way. I've been racking my brain to find a way to maybe prop up your take, and I just can't think of.
As in like a bet
anything.
of some sort?
No, dude,
to
to just say, Ty may be right, and here's why. I'm trying to think of one thing I could say, but
can't find it.
I can't find it. No, not at all. So,
Well, we have a lawyer here, so maybe I can find a
we can plead,
legal way to
we can
go
plead
about it.
insanity is what we could do.
I went on all of my burner accounts trying. I typed up several messages in response to the hate messages that you got, and then I realized that I was just speaking into the void because your take is indefensible.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, everybody.
You actually believe that for at least I don't think
I
you
want
believe
to say okay. So that's the thing,
because that might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
Buddy.
And I've got a long list.
We still have 45 minutes.
It's
too.
a daily occurrence. It's a daily occurrence around here. I take pride when I get on these airwaves, unlike some people, in actually saying what I think on air, regardless if it's stupid like that. But yeah, apparently my food takes are worse than my football takes. Hacker says I should just apply Nair to make it go away. Justin says I don't think that he's going to be appearing on Pig Trail Nation much longer.
No. We've got a whole list of people that are on the air here that probably could take that spot.
He also says
People that wear pants.
he's
people that wear pants on TV. Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
no, it's I don't know. Pants are overrated. It's September.
It's TV, Ty. You wear pants
It's
on TV.
September,
These are
brother.
against
Did
the
Evan
FCC
have pants
guidelines.
on?
Yeah, he
Yes,
had
did.
pants
He's a
on.
professional.
Okay.
They just need to have a table that you can't see behind it.
Or
Justin said
just
he's
wear pants.
No, not going to do that until it gets cold. Justin saying seeing some of the Notre Dame vehicles driving on I-40 right now. Make sure you give him the bird, Justin. Brennan says he loves me, but that's one of the worst takes in Razorback history.
I can't defend it. I have to defend a lot of things you say.
It's hard
I can't.
to.
It's indefensible. So
It's hard to.
Hey, do you want to spruce up your existing home or start from the ground up? Either way, check with Farm Credit of Western Arkansas first before you get started and find out why for more than 100 years. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas has helped local families like yours make their dream home come true. Visit myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com, or stop in any of their 25 locations today.
All right, so let's get into maybe a more of a what's the word? A concrete football take.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
credible's out.
A credible,
credible's
maybe,
out.
Maybe
at this
that that you can that is actually defensible in some people's mind. We're four games in.
Colton and I are wearing all the weight, all the burden is on our shoulders for credibility at this point.
Well, we're 4 games in from what this team is. What do you think's been the biggest surprise? My player that has stood out to me, and is it Rohan or Rohan, Colton? Because I've heard it said both ways.
I've heard
like
both.
Every broadcast I've heard it said both ways.
I just prefer the Lord of the Rings name.
Okay.
Rohan.
Rohan continuously answers. He's got 5 passes, Tommy. Listen to this. 41 yards, 33 yards, 21 yards, 40 yards, and 62 yards. He's 4th in the SEC right now in tight end receptions. Got 2 touchdowns. You lost Marquise Gums. You lost Ty Washington, who you're going to play tomorrow, and you lost Luke Hass, who didn't suit up against Ole Miss. I think he's listen, I heard Pittman talk about the tight ends of the offseason. I'm going to be honest, I didn't believe him. They actually might be better than they were last year. So I think he's been my biggest surprise this fall.
I'd say they have been to this point. And mainly they're healthy. And that was Lucas's issue, is health and staying on the field. But Petrino's clearly worked that into his play calling. They've been productive, and you just went over it. Explosive plays that move the chains. So that's what you're looking for, and that's what they've given you, is the ability to sneak out, slip out through the second level of coverage, and get you chunks of yards.
They're also better run blockers than you had last year, too. That was part of the
Good
reason
point.
why some of the tight ends weren't getting quite as much play, is that they didn't want to block as well as these guys do.
Well, don't mention an Arkansas player not being able to block, because otherwise his dad might come after you. What's based on what's happened this week?
I heard Ruskin and Zach talking about that yesterday, and his Pro Football Focus pass blocking score was a 14.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's exactly why he's not in more downs is he can't be trusted to block.
And so it's funny, and this isn't just a Coach Pittman thing, but when he gets asked about Pro Football Focus stuff, he's like, well, they don't know what we're running. They don't know our plays. But then the U of A will occasionally prop up a Pro Football Focus the offensive line. They're
good, yeah.
like,
With
if it's good, we'll talk about it, and we'll say good things about it. If it's bad, it's like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, I mean we had wondered on Monday and Tuesday why, and I mean the evidence unfortunately goes against Braylon there. Hopefully, I would just think a guy that's 240, 250 pass blocking would be easy for him, but evidently it hasn't been great thus far. So what's your biggest surprise on the team, player wise? And this doesn't have to be a positive. I mean, I think plenty of people would say Xavier
Sorey. I mean, it's the first thing that comes to mind. I was maybe trying to think of something that would have a little more conversation or legs to the conversation. But I think Sorey and the way he's played, I think the fact that the defensive line's not really been able to get after
But that wasn't a surprise. Like we talked about that all offseason.
Yeah, but and again, we knew this, and we put air quotes around it when it was said at media days, when it's said in August that how many times did Coach say he liked the defensive line and felt they were good? I mean, and again, I knew we were being spoon-fed at that point, but I guess I had a semblance of belief. And if I guess I want to stay on that train. The secondary being the dimensions they are, how many times we heard 6'4", 220?
Mm-hmm.
And
what's that mean?
And it all goes hand in hand. To just keep talking about size and strength and speed and all. I mean, you can't put the secondary back there on an island with no pressure up front. I don't want to lay all that at the feet of the corners and the safeties because I do think a lot of it comes because you can't really pressure the quarterback often enough.
Well, you lost Gregory, you lost Lando, you lost Davier. I think you lost June Kaj and Colton. There might be one other player that I'm forgetting, but you lost a lot of defensive line guys. And I know
you got a guy that's 400 pounds. You ought to be able to get to somebody.
Yeah, but I mean,
what's your priority? He's like, 385 legitimately?
He lost weight.
Yeah, he's 385.
Him and Carmona about broke that stage at the Catfish Hole the other night up there together.
That was some beef, man. They were Pittman was talking about them going through steaks and whatnot, but the defensive line thing has I think the negative surprises, like you said, Xavier and Sorey, which I mean, you watch him last year, he was just all over the field, and he's still. What's wild to me is he's getting there, but he's just not making the tackle. And I thought it was hurting. Like, I thought it was an injury or something based on what Sam Pittman said after the game in Memphis. And then he was like on Monday, it's like, oh, he's good. So
it was just hot,
You're gonna say that the rest of the year, aren't you?
So
speaking of the defensive line, one pleasant surprise for me has been the emergence of Quincy Rhodes. He was kind of a question mark. They thought that he could be one of those prototypical defensive ends with long arms that was quick and getting off the ball. And while I think he's been on the field a lot more than he should, if you had the quality depth that you needed at defensive line, he has shown some real flashes of being one of the best defensive ends you've had on your defense in a while, including Landon Jackson.
5 sacks, right? Colton,
yes,
and he didn't play a lot against Ole Miss. He was the one that chased Chambliss out of bounds at the drive that got you the ball back before that unfortunate fumble. But no, he's definitely been a good surprise.
Let me add one that's maybe not position. Maybe this more coaching. But the inability to either make the halftime adjustments or overcome the other team's adjustments. And it's probably somewhere in the middle of those two statements. But, I mean, it's pretty clear Arkansas' second-half offensive performance has been pretty lackluster. That's not what you expect from Bobby Petrino. In his time at Arkansas, he would go in and make adjustments for both sides of the ball as the head coach, and they generally worked out. I've been really surprised through 4 games how the halftime adjustments have not been as effective as you'd expect.
We got a text here, Lewis Automotive Group Hollers. We got the Ryder Cup on. Matt saying fire Keegan for the pairings thus far, which has been an abysmal start for the United States. We're here at Mock Legal Solutions. We'll keep you updated on what's going on in New York at the Ryder Cup. We've got our SEC update to get to as well.
Hey, if you haven't downloaded the Oakland Sports app, be sure to do that before the weekend. New customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets when you open your account and you make your first deposit. You get a second chance on your first bet each of your first 10 days, up to $100 a day and $1,000 total. They got the 10% profit boost for new and existing customers on 3-leg parlays and same-game parlays. futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, player props, game props, and live in-game wagering. You name it, you can bet on it with Oaklawn Sports. Plus, funding and withdrawing your balance has never been easier. Bet with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
All right, more to get to live from Mock Legal Solutions after this.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Some listeners find his delivery grating or overly provocative, though others would call that part of his charm.
This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Why wait till Monday for your dental emergency? At Valley Urgent Dental, we know your pain cannot wait. Broken tooth, painful infections, sports injuries, we've got you covered. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are here when you need them most. Call them at 479-235-5655. Valley Urgent Dental is available on weekends when your regular dentist is closed. Valley Urgent Dental at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Do not wait. Your smile deserves immediate care.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop full-service semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all. DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
If the 25th is the silver anniversary and the 50th is gold, what's the 75th? Well, that's the fresh beef, onions, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, fries, and drink anniversary. Everybody knows that. Get the #1 water meal for $7.50 in honor of our 75th anniversary. A meal like that is the way you're supposed to celebrate a 75th. The Whataburger 75th Meal Deal. Whataburger, what a deal. For a limited time at participating locations.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Looking for a new ride or need a tune-up? Champion Cycling in Fort Smith has you covered. From top-of-the-line bikes like Specialized and Surly to expert repairs, apparel, and accessories, we've got everything you need to hit the trails. Stop by 5500 Mazard Road during business hours or shop anytime online at championcycling.com. Champion Cycling, helping you share in the joy of cycling.
Top CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion. You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
Hi, good morning. I've had an appointment today. My friend John's coming in to get surgery today with Dr. Stephen Shen. Is he here in this office?
This is Dr. Shen's office.
Okay, great. I was wondering if I could drop off something for the doctor. Is that possible? It's just like a little gift. Right there.
So cute.
It's just for...
Go take it soon.
I really appreciate it.
That was the voice of Carson Grain, Tommy, who's an Oklahoma fan. He went to the City of Angels Hospital in the Cedars-Sinai Orthopedic Center, I guess in California. Dr. Stephen Shin is a hand surgeon who performed surgery on John Mateer's hand. And as a show of gratitude, Carson dropped off an Oklahoma pennant for the doctor. Do you think that'll cover the medical expenses?
No, don't. I sure don't. Okay. But it's a nice gesture. Mm-hmm. What goes through your mind to make you want to do that?
You're a Rabbit fan? I don't know, honestly,
isn't that odd behavior?
I'd be.
Well, show up and give you a pennant at the hot. I mean,
you think that's odd? Well, it's fandom, man.
Well,
you're telling me that an Arkansas fan wouldn't do that? If
still doesn't make it not odd, but you know, to each their own. Would you ever? Would that thought even cross your mind?
I mean,
you going to roll up to UAMS if Taylor Green had to have some surgery, and hey, you know, Doctor whoever, here's a Razorback collared shirt. You know,
I thanked my doctor,
Razorback pennant,
Dr. Gordon, when he repaired my ACL, but no, not necessarily for Taylon or Arkansas basketball, or when Trevin tore his ACL.
That thought even crossed your mind?
Did cross my mind, but I wonder.
Tells you what you need to know about OU fans, right there.
John Mateer's going to be back. It sounds like, according to the Athletic, middle of October, South Carolina game. We've talked about that. There's varying reports. Curious when he gets back. I wonder how long they can survive with Hawkins as their backup quarterback from now till then. It's quarterback injuries. You know, there's a good stats. Our buddy in Memphis was telling me about this. You think about the Big Ten and what they've done winning the last two national championships. I know J.J. McCarthy and Will Howard had to run, but one of the things that SEC quarterbacks with these 8 games and 9, and obviously it's been ramped up with Oklahoma and Texas in the league, Tommy, you're going to see more quarterback injuries, man. You've seen it with, think about it, Nussmeier, Sellers, Talon's apparently banged up according to Pittman. I mean, you got to be mobile nowadays, but with just how ferocious SEC defenses are nowadays, you'll be lucky for your starting quarterback to make it through an entire season, to be honest. Mateer's another example.
You were going over this the other day. There's been an injury to the starting quarterback, every year?
Every year.
19
yes,
or 18?
It's 19, yep.
Somewhere in there, so... I mean, I don't know why it's
where that starting quarterback has
surprise.
either come out of a game or not been able to play a game for Arkansas.
In most cases, and not all of them, but a lot of those cases over the last 6 seasons, 7 seasons, it's been missing a start has been the case.
Yeah.
So that's indeed been it.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the last thing here, Auburn. Did you see what Cohen? So this is wild to me. he puts this out. John Cohen's their athletics director in Auburn. And again, this is the same AD that basically claimed, what they claimed, 3 national championships,
Yeah, they
guys?
picked up 3 more this year,
Yeah.
1 year.
And now Arkansas, I saw an Arkansas fan saying that Arkansas should claim the 77 national championship, which was awarded by some poll. I forget which one. But Cohen, he puts out, this is wild to me. It's Thursday of a crazy game week going to College Station, and you're still talking about what happened the week before. He puts out a statement basically saying, we're disappointed in what happened in this game last weekend in Norman, blah, blah, blah. Classic AD response. But, dude, it's Thursday.
Well,
like, what are you doing if you're the athletics director at this point in time?
He's 100% right, though. I mean, the timing's
Oh.
off. The timing's off, but that was a grossly missed call on the hideout play. That's discussed a lot. It's intentional deception and should have been flagged and that's one I wish the booth could get involved in. It's not reviewable. I wish that there was some mechanism that, hey, when you miss something that egregious, the ninth official upstairs can go in and help you out, because that should not have been allowed to stand.
Yeah, and I'm not going to feel sorry for Auburn, who I feel like has benefited from so many calls over the years, especially against us. But you watched that game, the Satania, what should have been a fumble, that play where he ended up catching a touchdown. I think there was one more sequence that when it gets the Tigers, that you're just, man, they're not getting any luck in Norman.
They weren't SEC officials last week in Memphis, but I didn't have high marks for them. Not just the pass interference call, the holding call on Blake, and there was a holding call in the middle on, I believe, Kittler. 3 calls that I think were grossly incorrect last week in the Arkansas game. All right, that's your SEC updates brought to you by our friends at Valley Urgent Dental. Why wait till Monday? If you have a dental emergency this weekend, we know your pain's not going to wait, so why should you wait? If you got a broken tooth, a painful infection, maybe a sports injury, they've got you covered. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry, they are there when you need them the most. So if you have a dental emergency this weekend, take down this number, 479-235-5655, or remember the name Valley Urgent Dental. They're available on the weekends when your regular dentist is closed. So when they don't answer the phone, Dr. Roberts, Dr. Terry will. 479-235-5655, or see Valley Urgent Dental, 5505 Upper Lane, behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Don't wait. Your smile deserves immediate care.
Do you see Sister Jean retired?
I did.
Telling you guys to watch out for on the other team and to not let anybody get under their skin. We ask God to keep us free from injuries and play with great sportsmanship. We pray for the referees that they can see clearly and fairly.
Such the sweetest lady. 106 years old earlier this year. She was the campus minister and chaplain of Loyola Chicago, the Ramblers that went to a Final Four years ago. Actually beat Eric Musselman and company on the way there. But she has, again, been cheering on this team. She's still going to from afar. Been with the school since 91. And seen on campus still to this day. And obviously...
so she'd have been in her 60s then.
Yeah.
Think about that. 91. What's that?
I can't tell if you're kidding or not.
35 years ago. So, yeah, she'd have been...
100.
She'd have been 70.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So she is no moss, and I don't know how good.
A lot of life after 70. Good for her.
I don't know. I mean, she's probably still going to be around, but what do you play Mahjong? What do you do now at 106?
Apparently not go to the game.
Yeah.
So. Hey, if you're going to go
in a hired capacity,
you're going to go fishing or maybe get the tackle box ready for your next trip this weekend, check out lurenet.com. That's lurenet.com. They've got all the exclusive baits and deals you won't find anywhere else, plus Arkansas's own Rebel, Yum, Booyah, and more that's made right here in Arkansas. All orders over $35 get free shipping in the U.S. as well. That's lurenet.com.
Let's make a quick call before we go to break. Dale is in Lavaca, home of the Golden Arrows. Dale, go ahead, man. You're on the Morning Rush.
Hey, morning, y'all. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, man. Happy Football Friday to you.
Yeah. Hey, look, Tommy, I'm going to tell you something. I want to call in. You were talking about the defense a while ago. I really like you, and I like the way you think. because you got a lot of common sense. He was talking about the secondary, defensive secondary. You couldn't put everything on them because of the, the passing defense and everything. He said you needed pass rush.
Right.
And I got to thinking, that we had a player that was, I can't remember who he played for, but I know he went to the NFL, but he was a good pass rusher and he played defensive end. Can you remember his name?
Well, Jamal Anderson might be one that comes to mind.
10, they creep up on you after you.
Jake Beckett would have been in that.
No, it wasn't Beckett. No,
Trey Flowers,
before
maybe?
then. I want to say it was during being who?
Trey Flowers was drafted by the Patriots.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. How many sacks did he have? He was good. Is that the last big pass rusher we've had? And when was that?
Trey was here. Did Trey graduate in 2015, Colton? He was on that 24 team that had Phylon, him, and Martrell Spade as well. They have not had an all SEC first team pass rusher, I believe, since Beckett. I don't think Landon made that list last year, Dale. So, yeah, I mean, you've got to be able to get to the football. Petrino, that's what he always talked about, and they just don't have anyone outside of Quincy Rhodes that you can definitively say causes havoc in that backfield.
That's all I wanted to ask. I couldn't remember the guy's name. It was Trey Flowers. I remember him. And how long? He ain't playing anymore in the NFL, is he?
No, he was here, like we said, 2014. So it's been a decade since he's been here. Him and Phylon were a year apart. I think Phylon left after 15, if I remember right. But Dale, thanks for the call. But I mean, you got to have some pressure up front. I mean, everybody wants to blame the porous secondary, and I'm not saying there isn't some blame there to go around, but if you don't get some pressure on the quarterback, they're going to get picked apart all day. All right, we're here at Mock Legal Solution. I'm going to talk to Jackie on the other side of the break. You're going to get it's just a good feel, good vibe here, very casual at Mock Legal Solutions. Their phone number is 479-769-1505, and you can read more online at mocklegalsolutions.com. Quick word for Gaston's White River Resort. Our buddies at Gaston's are getting prepared for another big weekend. They're also getting ready for the fall. And in the fall, you're always going to find some not just great trips, but great scenery, either in the restaurant or on the river itself or from the view from your cabin. I love October and November at Gaston's because you always get a great weather. Hopefully you avoid the rain, and most days it's just beautiful. We're getting to that point where we got a little less daylight and a little more darkness, but makes for some great morning fishing as well. And I love getting up there because they'll bring that firewood right to the door of your cabin. You can get that fireplace going, and I just love the fall time. It's crisp and it's cool, and it just feels great at Gaston's. Hey, if that sounds like a great time to you, call and book your trip. 870-431-5202 is their number. 870-431-5202. 5202. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
I think it's your girlfriend called.
Text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, home of the Lewis Guarantee.
Hey, this is Chad Warner, product manager for Booyah Bait Company in Fort Smith, Arkansas. The hottest swim jig on the Arkansas River right now is the Booyah Mobster. It was designed by the Muddy Water Mob, a bunch of river rats from Arkansas and Oklahoma, and it's winning tournaments on Dardanelle and Kerr like clockwork. If you're fishing submerged vegetation, water willow, lily pads, you need a Booyah Mobster to reel them in. Available at lurenet.com and tackle stores throughout Arkansas and Oklahoma, the Booyah Mobster.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
You laughing, Tommy? I'm being dead serious.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the end of summer clearance at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, get a grand your way when you drive away in the road-ready certified pre-owned car of your choice. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Get an extra discount, extra for your trade, or buy that special someone a gift to make up for not talking to them about the new truck in the driveway. We got your back. $1,000 to use however you like. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Summer is finally here, and so are the road trips that you've had planned. That's why it's time to visit us at Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart's expert service, competitive pricing, and top quality tires will ensure your vehicle is ready for all your summer adventures. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is prepared for the summer. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart. We keep America rolling.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren.
Contractors, you've got jobs to win and customers to impress. That's why you choose Luxair HVAC systems, built for performance, efficiency, and reliability. And at J&B Supply, we've had your back since 1968. We're a local family-owned distributor that treats our customers like family too, with the products, expertise, and service you need to get the job done right. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
Looking for the perfect gift that's personal and powerful? The Solid Rock has you covered. From custom laser-engraved cutting boards and coasters to travel mugs and keepsakes. Each piece is made with care and personalized just for your special occasion. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, anniversary, or just because. They help you give gifts that inspire. Engraved with names, scriptures, or messages that honor Christ. Shop The Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th in Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, serving the River Valley for over 49 years.
Did you know that 1 in 5 Arkansans face food insecurity? Let your community support you.
There is no judgment here. We're here to get you food that you can take home and have with your family.
Food pantries across Arkansas are open and ready to welcome you in. Everybody has a right to food.
I can't save the world, but the people that we come in contact with, I try to make sure that they're good.
To learn more and find locations, go to foodbanksofarkansas.org. Brought to you by the Food Banks of Arkansas with funding from Summit Utilities in cooperation with this station and the APA.
Half-price apps and taps are back at Joe's Grill and Cantina every Arkansas game day. Wear your hog gear and get half-price apps and taps at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Enjoy 10-layer dip, chimney paquitos, the ultimate sampler, and Mexican pizza, all half price during Arkansas games. And all your favorite beers on tap are half price. Half price apps and taps during every Arkansas game. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Number you can referee.
The worldwide leader in sports.
It was her first ball game with my wife, and we ended up on that field. We were in section 104.
Brother, you just turned the light bulb on. You gotta go with somebody. At least I go with a winner.
Tommy, they're great.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
We'll talk to Jackie again here in just a second at Mock Legal Solutions. High school football back tonight. We've got some great conference games to kick off week 4, which is the start of conference play. Maybe the game of the week, number 3, Shiloh Christian at number 4, Greenwood tonight. Bryant's at Little Rock Central. Number 2, Bentonville's at Springdale Harbor. Fayetteville is at Bentonville West. Fort Smith Southside travels up the hill to play Mountain Home tonight. And Hot Springs is at number 9, Little Rock Parkview. There are games all over the state. We'll have the high school scoreboard show for you tonight at 10 o'clock. I want to remind you the Walmart experience, the ESPN experience at Walmart continues through Monday. Coach Nolan Richardson, Corliss Williamson, and Scotty Thurman at the ESPN Experience at Walmart tonight, beginning at 5 o'clock at 3919 Mall Avenue. Get there early and get your wristband. Get to meet Coach and Scotty and Corliss. Get autographs and pictures. That's tonight at the Fayetteville Walmart, 3919 Mall Avenue in Fayetteville for the ESPN Experience at Walmart. We are here at Mock Legal Solutions. Jackie's back with us, and y'all been busy. A lot of people in and out over the last hour or two we've been here. Hang on here. We could turn you on. There you go. Yeah, y'all have been busy here on a Friday.
Yes, we stay pretty busy. Our Sallisaw office is closed on Friday, but they're pretty busy over there too throughout the week.
All right. So we were talking last hour about different areas of the law, and we talking about adoption cases and how you like to do that because it's generally a happy day in court. There's not always happy days in court, but let's just be honest. When someone needs expertise from someone like yourself, it's usually because you've been wronged. Something's happened, and it's usually for most one of the worst events, worst moments, worst periods of your life you're going through, and you need an advocate for you in those times.
Absolutely. One of my favorite law professors, Howard Brill, he said, no one walks into a lawyer's office on a good day. And usually it's one of their worst days. Mm-hmm. So we try to approach every case with compassion, very non-judgmental. A lot of people, there's skeletons in the closet for everyone, and sometimes they're very hesitant to be really open in that first meeting, but I promise you, I've heard it all. Like, I have not been surprised by any information in quite a while.
So I like the laid-back feel here. You walk into a lot of law firms and it feels stuffy, it feels uptight, and you walk in here and you're surrounded by friendliness. It just doesn't have the feel. It's a lot more casual here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty laid back. I have worked at the buttoned up law firms, and they have their place. I learned a lot from those lawyers and those cases and that type of law. But when we opened this in 2022, we wanted to be accessible. A lot of people, they've never gone to meet with a lawyer, and then to make it real stuffy and uptight, just to me is not effective with the client, especially when you're dealing with family law issues. I mean, that's as personal as you can get, and so I want my clients to be comfortable with me. A lot of times I have yoga pants on here, so if I'm not going to court.
You're going to be comfortable. They might as well, too.
Yes.
So. Wreck checks, auto accidents. I mean, those are, number one, your car gets tore up. Number two, you may miss work because your back or neck hurts or you've been injured in this accident. And then on top of all that, you got to deal with the insurance company. Whether you were at fault or you were the one that was damaged, you need an attorney to make sure you get through that process and come out on the right side of that and don't just do what the insurance company always says to do.
Absolutely. So the first 12 or so years of my career was all personal injury. Or predominantly. And so, that's kind of my wheelhouse. I got away from it for a little while, but we are adding in personal injury now. There's been some changes in the law just this year. And so if you are in a wreck, you definitely need to get a lawyer and not negotiate, even if it's not me. Get any good lawyer here in town or in the area, because you're going to need someone to advocate for you against the insurance companies.
If you got in a wreck today,
yes.
What's the first thing you should do other than call, the police and emergency services?
Yes, of course. So always call 911 first for both ambulance and police. Take photographs of the scene if you're able. Don't admit fault at the scene. And then get a hold of an attorney as soon as possible. The attorney can rep up the claim. You don't have to call and make your claim at the scene. A good personal injury attorney, and we have a lot here in town, they're able to rep all of that up for you and handle it. And it really takes a lot of the stress off of you. We also do property damage for free if you're injured in an accident. So we'll get your car fixed or replaced and try to get you back on the road and back to work. It's
479-769-1505. Ruskin and Zach are going to be here this afternoon. You Probably should take a nap and get ready for that.
I feel like I need to really prepare. You guys
Another
are
round
laid
of
back.
coffee.
Yeah.
Another round of coffee.
Well, I might go Red Bull on this one.
All right, it's been a Football Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics. Halftime with Phil and Matt's next. Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys so much.
I appreciate it, Jackie. And they're going to be at the All-American Steakhouse, Tommy, with Mark and Laura. So I know
man.
they're excited about that.
Hey, this is Chad Warner, product manager for Booyah Bait Company in Fort Smith, Arkansas. The hottest swim jig on the Arkansas River right now is the Booyah Mobster. It was designed by the Muddy Water Mob, a bunch of river rats from Arkansas and Oklahoma, and it's winning tournaments on Dardanelle and Kerr like clockwork. If you're fishing submerged vegetation, water will